and we have an official upset alert. This video is brought to you via the Doctrine of Fair Use, the Fair Dealing, and we're also covered under the Digital Millennium Act. Coco Gauff, the future of tennis, is back in action since that loss to Emma Navarro at the U.S. Open, and adding a new member to her coaching staff, taking on someone she had a very intense battle with. The French woman, Clara Burel. Bonjour, comment allez-vous? Someone I told you to watch out for. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. If you follow the channel, you know I've been talking about Clara Burel for many years. She's very intelligent. Her tennis IQ is unmatched. I mean, look at her size. I say this all the time. If tennis were categorized into weight divisions, Clara Burel would be the undisputed champion of the world. That's right. But taking on Coco, who had that very intense battle with Clara Burel at the Indian Wells. Remember that? I covered that. I was there. Amazing. Burel won the first set, right? Multiple breaks, but Coco would come back, force a third set, and take it in front of the American crowd. That was a very tough loss for Burel, who traveled to the Indian Wells without her coach. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. She was there all alone, and she almost got the upset. Now, Burel for her career, 169 and 122, so she's about 16 and 12 every year, right? She's above 500, but she's a solid player. She's very, very intelligent. Her IQ is unmatched, as I said before. Taking on Coco, she's past the 40 win mark again, ladies and gentlemen. She might even hit 50 this season, but these two ladies did play in juniors, as mom is in the building, Coco's camp, and Mr. Daly is in the building as well. Remember, guys, Coco parted ways with Brad Gilbert. Daly is a part of her team. Now, a lot of question marks. What's the reason she would bring on Daly? Personally, I think look, Daly's worked with he's worked with some very good professionals. Former top 5 ATP player Blake, but Daly's good with footwork and he's very good with forehand. So we're gonna see what happens there. I think personally the addition to the team, it's a great addition. I just think the footwork. Coco's by far the fastest, most athletic player on the female side of the sport. And I personally think the footwork that he's going to bring is just going to get Coco much better, right? And I say it all the time. You can't teach speed and footwork. Listen, doesn't matter how good of a ball striker you are. If you can't close out and be in position to return the ball, it doesn't matter. And I think Mr. Daly is going to do a lot in terms of Coco's footwork. However, ladies and gentlemen, the upset alert as Clara Burel comes out and breaks Coco on her first service game. She's a little rusty. She hasn't played in a while. A lot going on, but Burel did have that first round win against Tamara Korpatch, and Osaka said it best, who also got the win today. Look, she likes playing the extra matches. She likes being the underdog. She doesn't necessarily like having the higher seeding in these tournaments where she could essentially have that first round bye. She said she likes being in a position where she can play the extra matches and get used to the court, get her footing, her rhythm, her timing under her. But listen, ladies and gentlemen, these two ladies, although Coco owns the head-to-head on the main tour, they did play in juniors, right? I talked about this time and time again. They did play in juniors where Clara Burel, she's got to be one of the few ranked #1 juniors to make 2 Grand Slams. That's right. That 2018 year, she made the Australian Open Slam Championship, and she also made the U.S. Open Slam Final, where she lost both of those junior title matches. However, she did close the year at #1, and she beat Coco. That's right. Coco, actually, if you're not familiar, she was #1 at the age of 14 years old. That's right. 14-year-old #1 junior. That's insane. And Coco is a junior slam champion. But Burel did beat Coco in juniors. Coco decided to go pro. Imagine having the skills and just the talent at 15-year-old to say, look, I'm going to go pro at 15. Insane. Serena Williams said it best. I was never that good at 15 years old. Unbelievable. But yes, Burel does own the head-to-head in juniors. On the professional scene, Coco owns the head-to-head One Love with that victory earlier at the Indian Wells. Coco broke in early. However, her defense on full display, the best defensive player in the sport. She would break back. We're now tied up on serve 1-1. And Burel flirting again with another break. Listen, this match is getting pretty darn interesting. The French woman has come to ball. Will this be an upset alert or will Coco get the victory? Stay tuned. Tennis in a minute. I'll keep you covered.